So RELL's finally confirmed the inevitable bad news, but they also showed us some good news and some new stuff we could talk about as well. I won't lie, if you've been watching my previous videos, the bad news was pretty obvious, so I'm pretty sure most people, at least that watch my channel, were already familiar with it, and that's the whole release and delay situation. So do you guys want me to start with the bad news or the good news? Okay, you want me to start with the bad news? I got you. So as you guys know, RELL Season Movie 2 was confirmed to release in December, and obviously Movie 2 got like 1 billion trillion views, and then content creators made videos on it as well, so if you add up all those views, it's like 1 billion trillion billion views. So a lot of people, especially if you look on TikTok and stuff, still think RELL is supposed to come in December, because you get like one person that doesn't know, and then he tells another person that doesn't know, and then they both don't know and think it's dropping in December, so then you get like the chain reaction. And part of this is because when they announced that it's probably not coming in December anymore, they announced it in a really like kind of subtle and weird way, and by that I mean they was just kind of indirect, and they was showing stuff at the same time, so I feel like a lot of people just didn't pay attention to what they were saying. But basically what they said is they don't have a set release date or month anymore, and that they need to grind in silence, and they'll keep us updated a few months in advance. And I kind of made a video going over that in more detail, and basically what I was saying is at that point, if it's a few months in advance and that's already in like October, it was pretty obvious we were cooked. I'm gonna be so real. I mean, just logically, if they're gonna keep us updated that far ahead of time, they would already know by the time that video came out if it was gonna drop in December or not, realistically, right? But like I said, a lot of people just didn't know this, or they did know this and they just wasn't really using their brain. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's brain is their strong suit. A lot of people have other qualities. Like for example, Dream Chaser is just really bad at games. Like you can't just be that bad at games unless you have serious talent. Like you would think he's playing with no keyboard, no mouse, and blindfolded with no headphones the way he plays, but that's not the point. The point is the RELL brothers finally actually confirmed the bad news on Twitter. So on Twitter, Professor 4, who's also the YouTuber Seiji4, if y'all know who that is, you know, one of the best Roblox anime YouTubers, he tweeted and said basically, did they ever drop a release date for RELL? And I mean, even if you look in the comments, some people talking about, oh, they said it's coming in December. So I'm assuming RELL Bad seen that and he said, damn, I'm gonna make this comment section look stupid as hell. And he said, we did a month prediction on Movie 2, needed more time. On the last video, we stated that we don't have an estimated release anymore. And like I said, this is pretty much what I was saying before. They did a prediction on Movie 2, which was for December, and now they're saying they need more time and it's no longer coming in December. And since they're supposed to keep us updated a few months in advance, I would expect at minimum from this point in time, so December 1st as I'm recording this, that means what, 2 months from now probably minimum. So if I'm being completely real with y'all, if we get the best universe possible, like Doctor Strange, 1 million universes, and we get the best one, max luck possible, I don't think that universe is going to be earlier than February. I think February is the best possible time, even if we get the best luck possible. Or I mean, I guess late January would also be possible, but we'll just have to wait and see. But fortunately for us, we also did get some good news, because they knew if this was the only news they dropped, ooh, I was gonna have to drop myself off RELL Skypea. So the first thing they did is actually show us some of the sneaks that were already posted in the subscription chat. The first thing they posted was a boss entrance cutscene, and it's not fully done, they said, and it's some like monkey boss. Now don't tell me I'm tripping, but I don't remember this exactly in One Piece. I'm pretty sure this is a non-canon boss. I mean, there are a lot of monkeys in One Piece, but I believe this specific one is like a custom one that they made. Now some One Piece games in the past have actually made it the hockey quest to fight a bunch of monkeys, or to fight like a monkey boss. Also, a lot of games like even Blocktricks and GPO have monkey bosses, so it also could just be a normal boss. They really haven't explained how to actually get hockey, so there is a possibility it has something to do with hockey. I would probably bet on it not being it though, just to be honest, because they don't really play One Piece games on Roblox, I'm pretty sure, so it's not like they would get reference from that. It would just have to be a coincidence, I'm pretty sure. And I'm gonna be real, I can't even blame them for not playing Roblox One Piece games. It's big 2024, almost big 2025, about to be big 2025, and the best One Piece Roblox games are still Blocktricks, King's Legacy, and GPO, bruh. Oh my god, the Gucci bag is on 1 HP, please let it go. And also they posted a bunch of new clothes, hairs, and models, and they said on the side of development, so I believe it means like a side type thing, you know, they're not doing it as their main focus. We're creating original hair assets and generally improving the customization for avatars to be high quality. In one of the images, they actually show the difference, because they show the old clothes on the right and the new clothes on the left. The old one is actually with the player on it, and I'm not gonna lie, you can see the difference. Like, it is significantly better. around may be real. Now, I won't lie, the old one wasn't bad though. It's not like the old one wasn't gonna be like good enough. I don't think anyone would be playing the game saying, damn, this clothing isn't good enough. But with that being said, the new one still does look really good. I think it does look a lot more stylized as well compared to the old one. Now, obviously, stylized versus non-stylized outfits is gonna be a preference thing. Me personally though, I like stylized more, especially if you look at some of these outfits, like the law looking outfit. It's like the blue coat, that'll look clean as it. And they also showed some female clothing, so all the 40-year-old men RELL players can, you know, put that on. I promise you, if you see a female avatar in RELL, listen bro, and you think, oh, it's a girl, I got news for you, buddy. But along with that, a lot of people were talking about the hairs, because the hairs do look really good. I assume the hairs are all gonna be like in just basic character customization. Also, I'm pretty sure, and I would assume that the hairs are gonna be color changeable. That'd be kind of weird if you couldn't change the hair color for some reason. And I'm pretty sure these are just placeholders, just so you guys know. The next thing they said is SFX are in the game finally, and Video Game Nate or Vid Game Nate is playing the game for the first time. Must be nice. But Video Game Nate or Vid Game Nate, whatever the hell, I'm pretty sure is actually one of the developers for Hinokami as well, the Demon Slayer game, if y'all have heard of that. If you guys want, I can make a video on that. That game looks pretty good. The next thing they posted is probably my favorite news, and that's Sky Island travel methods will be needed for how big the maps are, is what they said. And they showed a picture of them on a zip line, or whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty sure it's a zip line, right? I don't know what the hell you would call it, but yeah, basically on Sky P. I don't know why they call it Sky Island. I'm assuming that's just Sky P, right? There's no way there's another Sky Island thing they got going on. I don't know. But in the actual show, there is straight like platforms that go from one Sky Island to the other. They might still have that and just also have these to get between the islands, simply because they're faster and probably more convenient. But maybe they just won't, because I don't actually think we have seen a platform for what they showed us so far. Or I guess they're not really like platforms, they're like sky roads. I'll probably put a picture on screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. They also dropped what they said is very important news, and that's that the game has undergone a massive lag prevention for more immersive gameplay and interaction. With the new changes, we can have many more interactable NPCs, and then they said that was holding them back from progressing with the game overall. And they said with these new changes and the new framework, almost all movement from NPCs are handled cliently, which basically means it's handled on your side, like your PC, not the server, and it can be replicated properly. And then he said for the simpletons, for the peons to him, to dumb things down, more NPCs can be handled overall to increase the immersion of gameplay. So basically, you know, for the super simpleton answer, you know, the max caveman answer, more NPC, less lag. But this is definitely a huge W, because obviously with how big they want this game to be, this is something that probably was 100% needed to happen. Like, really thinking about how many NPCs they want to put in this game with how big this game is supposed to be, every island's probably gonna have, you know, shops, NPCs you could fight, marines, like, you know, random NPCs just walking in their city doing stuff like we seen in movie 1. You know, with so much stuff they want to add to this game, it has to be optimized not to just work on PCs or bad PCs or even consoles. It has to be optimized to literally work on a mobile phone. And some people are still unfortunately using like the iPhone 6 in big 2024, almost 2025. Hey, you know who you are, so you know they gotta make it as optimized as possible. So overall, a huge W. The next thing they posted was another travel method besides the zip line, and this is actually a glider. Now, I won't lie, the glider is a little bit confusing to me, because obviously they have mounts in the game, so you're really like, why would you necessarily use a glider if you have like a flying mount? Maybe similar to Holy War X, they'll have like no flying islands where maybe you can't use flying mounts or something, and then you should use a glider. Otherwise, or maybe it's just like for early game when you don't have a flying mount, because I really don't know why else you would use this, to be honest. But overall, I don't really see how this could be a bad thing. It's just another transportation method that might be better in some aspects and worse in some aspects, so just add more uniqueness and diversity to the game. But lastly, which is arguably the most important news of the whole video, Relson replied to the stuff I just went over and said this is very important news for the game. More news will be posted in December, and we will update you guys from there on what's happening. Now, that actually does sound very promising because of what we were talking about earlier. They said they will update us a few months in advance before release, so that's probably, or at least suggesting that might be that possible update. I do think it is very likely that they give us basically what's going on with CC now and OC and whatnot, and obviously testing for the game as well. And then hopefully they give us an updated release date, or maybe they just give like what they're currently thinking or what they're trying to get to. I don't know, we'll just have to wait wait and see. But it's officially the first day of December, so you know, probably be any day now. Now I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro. You know, it could be tomorrow. I'm gonna be real, probably expect it late this month. Usually when they give a date or like a month, for example, it's usually towards the later end of that set month. But let me know what you guys think is gonna be in that announcement, and also when you guys think the game is finally gonna drop. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I looked at my YouTube analytics. Tell me how negative 30% of y'all are subscribed. Negative. How is that even possible? But I'm not gonna lie to y'all, the bills for my game are getting high. You know what I'm saying? They get higher and higher. The inflation. So if y'all wanna hit the like and subscribe button, it actually does a lot for the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Get us something to play. But regardless, I appreciate y'all for watching. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Later.